Hello, I'm Councilmember Carlos Garcia and welcome to Open Door with District 8. Today we're honored to be in the Garfield neighborhood with Maria, who's been a longtime friend, and we're gonna have a conversation both about what it's been like in Garfield, how things are changing, but also what it was like growing up here and the impacts. Actually, hear a little bit about Maria's family in this neighborhood and in District 8. And then we're gonna go into the amazing business that's taking kind of Phoenix by storm, and we'll have a conversation about what that is and what's gonna happen. So thank you so much for doing this. First of all, just a little bit of introduction. How long have you been in Garfield, and a little bit about what your family's meant to this area?
Sure. Well, my name is Maria del Carmen Parra Cano, and first I want to acknowledge my parents, Maria Cristina Parra and Jose Arturo Parra, who came in the 80s, early 80s, from Mexico to Phoenix, mainly as self-employed entrepreneurs working in the sastrería business, which is making custom outfits for mariachis, ballet folclóricos, dancers, and other artists in the area. So that's how my family was able to come here from Mexico on a visa originally to work with all the cultural workers that we have here in the state.
And then your brother took on some of that as well. Unfortunately, your brother's not here, but he's been a staple of Verde Park, of this neighborhood, of District 8 for a long time. Can you speak a little bit of kind of where he went after what your parents did?
Yes, originally as our family, kept sustaining our culture, our background, our roots. My brother took on teaching our family ballet folclórico group, which is the Ballet Folclórico Tenochtitlan, which this year would have been its 40th anniversary, I believe. And like you said, my brother passed away, but he taught it for many, many years. His son went on and is carrying that now. Through COVID, it's a little different, what we're seeing, but unfortunately he did pass due to physical implications due to uncontrolled diabetes. And so that also ties into a lot of my work that I do around food equity, food justice, and cultural preservation.
And you didn't just start doing this. We met in college. We've been doing work for a long time, cultural work, political work, different things. Can you talk some about your kind of previous life before you decided to go on this venture? Yes,
I always call it my before children life, because my life completely changed after they came. But before that, like you mentioned, being a community activist, always doing social work. I worked for a nonprofit at the time who, we did anything from substance abuse prevention to sexual education to migrant rights, everything. And so kind of taking on the aspect and really seeing how the shift, even at that time, which now probably was about 20 years ago, I want to say, how everything, the community itself evolved. I think all of us know a little bit of how that shift has happened politically, but just seeing how as a community, we're still trying to keep things alive and continue our efforts there and making sure that, there's human rights for everybody. Also just wanting to add about the food work. I actually, I attended, Carlos and I met in our undergrad at ASU, so we're Sun Devils. I went on, got my MBA at Grand Canyon University, and then in between there, I actually got my culinary arts degree at Scottsdale Culinary Institute. So trying to do a lot of food work for the past 20 years and really trying to shift our diets and trying to heal the community through food.
So we talked a little bit about Garfield, and we'll definitely go more into the food, because that's why we're here, that's why the truck is behind us. But just kind of, how have you seen this neighborhood shift? And obviously as someone that addressed a lot of the needs that were previously here, why is it important for you to continue to live here, to continue to show culture? As we sit in your garden, we can appreciate you keeping a lot of those roots. why is it important for you to raise your family here and instill and teach them about the culture that you, or the work that you've done in the past?
Right. I think for us, it's really important to not only continue the work here, but physically having place in the community as a family, because you know, in the early 90s, we saw the weed and seed grants, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with, but we saw a lot of our friends, a lot of our family being detained, being taken out of community settings, and the gentrification of the neighborhood changing. You know, I was one of the few families, I think, in the neighborhood who it was very different for us, you know, in the early, late 80s, early 90s, and so our family has seen the change of that, of our physical place since then. And for my family, I think it's really important for my daughters. I have 3 little ones. The oldest is 7 and the youngest is 3, and them knowing where our family comes from, you know, and just seeing how the evolution of it, because I think we could even go back to where we were doing things in Guadalupe, you know, like in a very different environment also, you know, to that, so that they recognize that not only their privilege as a family, but also where our family has come from and how we continue to strive to make our communities better for our family.
Thank you so much. Well, that was a little bit about Carmen, and thank you for sharing and talking about your family. I know it's difficult. When we come back, we'll definitely go into the food truck, what the food is, why it's important, and maybe how you can connect also with Maria to make sure you could get some of this food. So thank you, and please join us when we get back. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us. Now we're going to talk more about the food truck. What was the concept? What was the idea? You went to a fancy culinary school. A lot of us were like, what is Maria doing going to this culinary school? How was that from, you know, possibly learning there or taking a different path to then eventually doing what you love and what you like, and what is this concept?
Sure. In 2002, I believe, my parents were diagnosed with diabetes, and so that's when I decided to go to culinary school to try to learn how to cook better for them and for our family. 3 years into my program, I realized, well, not just into those, not the end of 3 years, but within that time frame, I realized that French cuisine is not my people's food. You know, and so yes, I learned a lot of valuable cooking methods, different ingredients, things like that, different tools for the kitchen, but I also realized that a lot of the ingredients being used are indigenous foods from the continent. It's just when you introduce certain ingredients like dairy, butter, the heavy whipping cream, different things like that, that it becomes unhealthy for our communities. And so tying that all back together and seeing how food does serve as a medicine for us, and mainly seeing how genetically our bodies react certain ways to different foods. And so that's why you see all sorts of glucose allergies, lactose allergies, things like that, things that our bodies naturally aren't made to digest. And so then they become a foreign item to our bodies, right? So fast forward to my very first pregnancy, which is in 2012, where I then became diabetic, and then had to use those same methods to try to heal my body and reverse that for me. Upon my last birth, or for the 4th pregnancy I had in 2018, I became bedridden postpartum. I had postpartum preeclampsia. Was put on a medication that was at risk of heart attack, stroke, or seizure if I stood up. I asked my community of support, the women of the Siwapakli Collective, which was also birthed out of the Garfield neighborhood in 2015. But we were able to, and I asked them to prepare foods for me, all plant-based, teas that would help help level not only my blood sugar, but also my hypertension at the time. And so then after my 3rd month appointment, I was able to, where the doctor came and said, you don't need any of the medications, including the diabetes medication. I also at the time was not aware that I had stage 4 liver disease, and that was all reversed all through the food of that postpartum time, of those 3 months that we really focusing on the diet, the very specific ingredients, which tie into my lineage, my culture, with using certain herbs that we use during medicine, during postpartum time, and then just having people prepare, that support of people preparing food for me during that time as well.
my daughter was wrapped in something that you helped bring to our family. And so I think one thing that I want to make clear for folks watching is your family and yourself. It's been the things that are impacting you, you found ways to solve, or also use the word decolonize, because I think a lot of us on this path are figuring out what's good, what's bad, and we've been taught that indigeneity is wrong, is bad, and so on. And so can you go back and talk a little bit about that work, supporting moms, and some of that work that you did?
Yes, in 2015 or 2014, my mother passed away unexpectedly, and she's always been a seamstress, you know, a tailor, always sewing, had us very young at the next to the sewing machine. So we grew up in that, and we were fortunate to have been taught how to sew by her. So upon her passing and becoming a stay-at-home mom, and kind of, you know, our lives shifting as being parents at home, I was able to then start Indigena, which is a company that I like to focus on baby wearing specifically, but also working with weavers, traditional weavers in Mexico, to import what we know as rebozos, or traditional shawls, Mexican shawls that could be used to support during pregnancy, birth, postpartum, and then for baby wearing. So we have different lengths that adjust to the specific person, but also the time of their life that they need it. Because I really do believe that this garment, not only a garment, but this traditional, very sacred piece of our culture, can be used throughout the lifespan for dads, for moms, for parents, for any type of caregiver when it comes to, like I mentioned, we work from womb to tomb. So, you know, very, very much paying our respects to this garment, but also our relatives and our lineage.
Thank you. And so how does Sana Sana come about? How do you get to this amazing food truck? And what's your process of thinking through the menu and what you do and what you actually share with the people?
Yes. So so I was about the 3 months postpartum. My husband said we should help other people heal themselves, right? Especially from diabetes and hypertension that affect our communities. So within a month we had a food truck, and then we had our catering business, and we had, you know, our lives we just dove right into the food industry. I mean, we've been doing this work for so long already. It just became natural to do this and help our community. So the trailer was born. The name was Sana Sana, which has to do with an old saying in Spanish, Sana Sana colita de rana, si no sana hoy, sanará mañana, and all meaning heal. The word sanar meaning to heal. So saying Sana Sana is kind of also saying like, oh, you're gonna be okay, you know, like, well, you're gonna be taken care of. And so the food are actually what I consider my mom's comfort food. You know, we make all plant-based, so pretty much it's vegan Mexican food. And so we work on like a mole de hongo, which is like one of my favorite moles, because my mom would make it for me all the time, but it's made with mushrooms and nopales. We also on the trailer included a lot of items that are significant to our foods, and probably on the other side as well, that include ancestral foods as nopales or cactus, chocolate, you know, the cacao bean, corn, which can be made in so many different ways, from pinole to the tortilla to a tamal, you know. And so we work with those ingredients and we use those foods really, and what I try to do is really educate the community on how to make these foods at home for their families to try to heal them that way.
Awesome. And so can you talk a little bit about what you've done in this last year, particularly with the pandemic? You've partnered with some schools. What kind of work are you doing?
So the last year I was very fortunate to have received some funds through our partnership with LISC, and then also and the city of Phoenix. So we actually disseminated indigenous dry good packs to over 10,000 people. And then we also then provided catering and direct service to different shelters during that time, also prepared meals. And then in the future, looking to continue educating the community around VH Lassen, which is the Healthy Roots Cafe we have there at Roosevelt School District, along with doing continuing gardening education and food preparation at spaces of opportunity, along with other communities throughout the district.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your life story and your work with us. Thank you all so much for joining us on Open Door with District 8. If you want to reach out, we'll put out in our social media how to get in contact with Sana Sana, and definitely look out for this food truck. And thank you for healing us, and look forward for all of you all to be able to try this amazing food and get a little Sana Sana as well. So thank you, and see you next time.